Jai Gurudev, all of you. So if you have any question, please lift your hand. Only one person have question? Okay, ask your question.
Jai Gurudev, Guruji. Is it? Can you hear me? Okay. Jai Gurudev. Guruji, I would like to know how to deal with injustice in our life. When sorry, it's maybe kind of personal. I mean, can be done when somebody dear to us show us the other side of their face. Maybe.
Well, you see, it's good to see the other side of people. That's how you can know whether you want to trust that person or not. You want to be with that person or not. You know? Because you see, very often, people show only one face. The majority of the people are like that, you know. And they show the world what the people want to see. So, do you want to know the person fully, then engage yourself, or you want to know the person just a little bit, then after that, you know, like you said, before voting, after voting. You know, before voting, there's a lot of promises. After voting, they don't even know who you are. Before marriage is one person. After marriage, it's a different person. Very often it's like that, you know. So it's better to know the person, the good side of the person and the not good side of the person. Then you accept the person, whether you accept the person how it is or not. This is your choice. This is your life. Because you can't expect everybody to be how you want to be. Because everybody wants either a Prince Charming or a princess in their life, you know. But that is only fairy tale. This is not reality. Reality, you have to face a certain consequences. And the best is to, before you engage yourself really, before you take any step that will bind you for further, know the person. Then it's your choice, no? You can't say, yes, but before he was like that, and after he changed completely. Now, often you hear that, huh? I said, what have I seen in that person? Well, you have seen only your delusion. You have seen only your own fantasy, because you like fantasy, you know. And you think that this fantasy will carry on. Knows one thing, this fantasy is just a game. You know, when I see the peacock dancing to get the peahen, it's the same stupid game people play in their life, you know. And once they got what they want, they wash their hand, go on your life. And this is the reality. As much as you can think that, yes, it is perfect, it is not perfect. And that you have to say to yourself. Life is not perfect because you are seated into that ignorance. You are seated into that delusion. Yourself, not somebody else. I'm not talking about your partner. I'm not talking about second person into your life. You yourself, you are seated into that delusion. Because inside your delusion, you think that the whole world should entertain that delusion. But it's not reality. Integrated personality must be there. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 61 of Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavan Krishna said, you know. Those whose mind is seated in perfect knowledge, you know, have their senses under control, and it absorbed into meditation upon me. It's so beautiful, this verse, when we see that verse itself, he's not talking about somebody else happiness. First, you have to become this integral personality itself, What does that mean, Your thought, your word, and your action must be aligned. Very often in your thought, you are so much preoccupied about your own fantasy, about what you want, but you can't perceive the reality in front of you. Even if the reality is there, you don't see it because you are into your fantasy. You are into that delusion. You are into that ignorance. And talking, your speech, how you watch your thoughts, you observe your thoughts, how your thought is, how you speak, how you bring it out to the people. Because our language is the language that we utter to the outside. What we say to people. Is it inspiring the people or it is not? No, I want you to be the way I want you. Yes or no? As long as you are the way I want you to be, perfect. Bravo. I want to be happy. You will never be happy. So that's why, you see, when your partner shows the other side, it's good to see, but not too good to see it in the other person. See it inside of yourself. What is lacking inside of you? Because to act, it's very easy. That's why I said the alignment of the mind, thoughts, the speech, and the action is very important. These three goes hand in hand together. It is not about somebody else, about you. That is your personal journey. As much as you can say, yes, I am with so and so, we will go hand in hand, our spiritual path. It is all a delusion. Forget about that delusion. If you think that will happen, no. Lucky are you if you have a partner which is on the same path as you and goes hand in hand, you share. But even that, you have to eat your own food. Your partner, as much as can say you love you, the partner can't eat for you. Your parents love you so dearly. Your mom loves you so dearly. Can your mother eat for you? No, he can't. When you are sick, can your mother take your medicine? No, as much as somebody can tell you, I love you dearly, they can't do that. Only Bhagwan did it. When Draupadi was they were in exile in the forest, what's his name? Durvasa Muni came and asked for food. They didn't have anything because they have the Akshapatra. The bowl, whatever they wish into that bowl, that food will be there. But that they have already eaten. Then Durvasa came and asked. Draupadi didn't have anything. What did Draupadi do? He called for Krishna. He's the only one who came. He came and said, I am also very hungry. Can you give me something to eat? I said, well, we don't have anything to eat. And said, please look, maybe there is even one grain. That insignificant, that's little things, but a devotee offers with love. That's what is dear to him. That insignificant one grain which was tucked into that bowl, he took it and ate it. When he ate it, all of them, their stomach was full. Why? Because Bhagwan, he is the only truth and the only reality which prevailed over this limitation. He is the only one which is seated in everyone. We have to recognize that. So when we have that delusion, yes, we will be happy. We are not. Because happiness is a choice. If you choose to be happy, you will be happy. This is one thing that you can plan. You have that choice whether you want to be happy or you don't want to be happy. Do you have this free form of happiness which Bhagavan Krishna explained in chapter 18, verse 37 of Bhagavad Gita itself? You know, it said there is sattvic happiness, rajasic happiness, and tamasic happiness. No? Sattvic happiness, those which is seated in goodness. No? Those happiness which is beyond limit. No? Which is not without any craving. Those which is seated with expectation, desire to be fulfilled. This is rajasic. And those which is seated in neutralness and really grumpy and happiness always. This is tamasic happiness. This is the choice of happiness which you have into your life. You choose to be happy or not. That is your choice. And this choice of being happy, you can plan it before. No matter what come into my life, I will be happy. But if you expect that somebody else will make you happy, you will never be happy. If you expect that, yes, I'm being with somebody, we will walk hand in hand in the forest of delusion together, forget it to be happy. You will never be happy. Everybody can change. Yeah? People can change. I don't say no. But you should never expect somebody else to change. You should look at yourself. Have I changed for the better or not? Because we want everybody to be how we want to be. No, I said it earlier. We want our partner to listen always to us. Oh, Mataji, like that? Yes or no? Yeah? Yeah. You don't need to be shy. Say. You know? The way they listen, as long as they listen to you, perfect. One time they don't listen to you, gadbar. Problem. Or you don't listen to them, problem. It's vice versa, the same thing. And this is the madness of this world, that we play that game, you know. Because we can't respect each another. We can't love the person which have come into our life the way they are. And we want them always to be how I want it to be. And that is not going to happen. Either you accept the person how they are, with their good side and their not good side. And like I said, everybody can change. Everybody have that grace to change. You know, being near. Let's say you are a devotee. Your dharma, what it is? To shine that light. No? To shine that knowledge, to give that knowledge. No? That is your dharma. To inspire somebody else. But first, to be an inspiration for somebody else, you yourself have to transform yourself. No? You can't be an inspiration to somebody else if you yourself have not transformed yourself. And that transformation is called for everybody. If Bhagwan have given the grace to Brigari, the hunter, to change, or Sadhana, the butcher, to change, what are you? You know? That means you also can change. It's such a beautiful story in the Skanda Puran about Mrigari, the hunter. One day, Narada was, Narada was always traveling. So he visited Sriman Narayana, and he decided to come on earth. And he came, and he went to Prayag, the confluence of the three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, where the Mahakumbh always happened. So he was there, he took his bath, and he was proceeding towards Kashi. So as he was going into the forest, he come across a bird, shot with an arrow, half dead. Not dead, half dead. This make him perplexed. Which kind of person have shot an arrow to that bird but have not killed that bird? Which kind of hunter is that? Then he proceeded a little bit further. He saw a deer with the same fate. A little bit further, he saw a bull with the same fate. Shot halfway, limbs broken, but half dead. He started to wonder what it is. Then he started walking, he saw a rabbit also in the same fate. Shot with an arrow, half dead. This shocked him. He could not understand. Which kind of person is that? There's cruel people, yes. But to leave an animal, to not kill an animal fully, like you see very often, nowadays, some other people, they call it very holy to sacrifice an animal halfway and let the animal suffer. But this is completely insane. So he said he wanted to know who is that person who have done such a crime like that. So he started looking around and he's noticed that there is a hunter there, ready to shoot an arrow. So he changed his path, he walked towards the hunter. And of course, automatically when he started walking toward the hunter, what happened? All the birds start flying away. So the hunter became very upset. But when he saw Narada, he saw the shine, but Narada was the effulgence of such a great devotee, which is emanating from Narada. He refrained himself from getting angry. What he did, he asked him, why have you changed your path and come towards me? So Narada said, no, listen, I have a doubt in my mind. I noticed that on my way, I saw a bird half dead. I saw a deer and a bull and a rabbit. Is that from you? I said, yes. I find great joy in killing halfway the animal. When Narada asked him, why you don't, if you are a hunter, that is your dharma, but you should kill the animal in one go. Why you let them suffer like that? So the hunter replied, but I find great joy in doing that. There is people who doesn't have compassion. Like I said yesterday, due to their ignorance, due to what they feed the mind with, that's what will come out of them. So when he saw that Narada with such a shine, from him, then he started to ask questions to Narada. So Narada said, look, when you occur such sins like that, knows one thing, the animal, more its pain, more you will have to suffer. Note one thing, that in your next life, all these animals which you have killed, they will also incur the same to you. So Mrigari started to think about that word of Narada have touched him deeply, have transformed something, have touched something inside of him. Then he said, but I have been taught since childhood to kill animals in that way. My parents have taught me like that. You see, this is also what kind of culture, you are teaching to your children. What you give to your children, that's what they will learn. They will not learn only by you telling them what they have to do. They will learn through seeing what you are doing into your life. Also, people will be inspired, not by what you tell them, but by what you emanate from yourself, that shine from you. when you call yourself a devotee. That's what emanates from you. That calmness, that sweetness. So that was emanating from Narada. So Mrigari, he was dark complexion with red eyes, as if he was the assistant of Yamraj itself. So, of course, like I said, everybody can be touched by grace. Everybody can transform and change, So if Mrigari could change, he asked Narada, what can I do to change, to transform my life? That must come from the person itself, If that person have that willingness to change, then the person will change. If somebody doesn't have that willingness to please somebody else, if the change will last only for a short time only. It would not last for long. It will not be permanent because I'm pleasing somebody. I'm doing it as a show only. I'm not sincere. If you're not sincere, that transformation, that change also will not be sincere. That is why the thoughts is very important. What kind of thoughts you have inside of your mind, That thoughts will become an action afterwards. So Mrigari asked Narada, please instruct me. So Narada said, no. For instructing you, first what you have to do is break that bow. He was in doubt whether I break that bow. What will happen if I break that bow? I will not have my livelihood, How will I live? That's my livelihood. If I go on hunt, that will be my livelihood. Narada looked at him and smiled, said, you don't worry. You have surrender. If you sincerely want to change, you have surrender to me. I will take care. Chapter 9, verse 22 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, now those who have surrendered to me, I shall take care of every of their needs. I shall look after of what they don't have. What they have, I shall look after, and what they don't have, I shall provide. So when Narada, such a great devotee, gave the blessing, Bhagwan, look after. So without any thoughts, second thought, he broke his bow. He bowed down to Narada and said, please instruct me. You see, to receive instruction is not just like that. One have to be ready to receive instruction. One have to be tested to receive instruction. Because you have to be sure that instruction that you are giving, you are receiving, can you put it into practice or not? If you can't, don't take instruction. You take instruction only when you can listen and put it in practice. So Narada was testing him. Narada, the first test that he put to him is ask him to break the bow. He did. He broke his bow. And Narada said, take your wife, move out from your surrounding. Because your surrounding is very important also. Who you keep companion with is very important. If you want to grow spiritually, keep companion of sattvic people. Keep companion of devotees, sangha. But if you want to keep companion of materialistic people or worldly people, sooner or later you will fall back. So he instructed him, leave your house, but don't take much. Take only few clothes with you. Go to the bank of the river, build a little hut, a cottage, and chant the name of the Lord. Meditate and chant on the name of Sri Hari. You see, you can't just receive the name just like that. It is a whole procedure. Lucky are those who have been granted the grace of the name. So Narada instructed him, chant the name of Sri Hari. So he listened, he took his wife, and he went to the forest near the river. He built a cottage and he meditated on Sri Hari. Like Narada have blessed him, but you will have plenty of food. Whenever you need food, food will be there. So as Narada have said that, when people heard that the hunter have changed, people wanted to see him. So people start coming. You see, when we have a tradition in the Hindu culture, is that we never go empty-handed to somebody's house. Even especially when we go and see a saintly person, we never go empty-handed. We always bring something. So the people will bring food. So you see, like Narada have blessed him, but he will have plenty. Not only him and his wife will eat, but also the guests. 20 to 30 people he will feed every day. In due time there was so much food, but they didn't know what to do with it. They were distributing everything. Such is the grace of Bhagavan when he come into the life. So Narada, after instructing him, went on his pilgrimage. So as he was there, he met one of his dear friend, Pravararishi, and he said to him, Pravararishi, there is this hunter who have transformed. I would like you to meet him. So they came to visit him. After a long time, they came to visit him. So when Mrigari saw Narada is coming, so from far away he started running towards his guru. So as he arrived there, he saw that in front of him there were lots of ants. So first he wanted to bow down in front of Narada, but he saw that there is a lot of ants in front of him. So he don't dare to bow down. What he did, he took his shawl and started cleaning it, pushed them by the side. After it was clear, he bowed down to them. So they were very pleased with him and said, you have transformed, your soul have elevated itself, You have become worthy of attaining the grace of Srimad Narayana. But even an ant, you don't even hurt. You are so aware of your action. So if Mrigari, who was such a hunter, who was killing the animal, can transform, everybody can transform. Everybody can change. And you can inspire everyone, Not by telling them how they have to be. Not by telling them, you should be like this, whatever you are doing is wrong. That's what very often people do. You see, if you can't be compassionate and really respect the person how they are, they will never learn to respect you how you are also. So if you transform yourself, and learn to respect others, and especially love the people how they are. I'm not telling you to love the world, it's impossible. Love at least the dear one which is around you. That you can do. Forget about loving the whole world. You can't love the whole world. This is a delusion if you say that, yes, I will love the whole world, I love everybody. You don't love everybody. You can't. To love somebody, you have to know the person. You don't know everybody in this world. But if you know only one person, which is Sri Hari, then you can know. You can love everybody. The heart of a saint, the heart of a master is different, because they perceive Sri Hari in everybody's heart. They can love everyone. But as long as you don't perceive it, Him inside of you, how would you love somebody else? Yeah. First, start to see Him inside of you. Start loving yourself, knowing that self, When Bhagavan said, meditate upon me, in that verse itself, in chapter 2, verse 61 of Bhagavad Gita, he don't talk about him as Vasudeva Krishna in the outside, no? He's talking about the indweller, me as the Atma which is residing inside the body. Through the alignment of your mind, your thoughts, your words, and your action, Through controlling the sense organ of the outside, you set a certain discipline towards yourself. And through that discipline, you transform. You, in place of running onto the outside, you start to run inside and rediscover who you are in essence, who you are truly. And that's what Bhagavan Krishna said, meditating upon me. Become to that awareness that I am eternally with you. Jai Gurudev.